Alright everybody, welcome to part 2 of the D-19 with 426 pulling tractor build. If you guys happen to miss part 1, I'll put a link below in the description to that video. Today we're going to be starting off putting the pistons in. We got a little bit of cleaning to do that I'll bring you along with over on the bench. Got to get the rings onto the pistons and pretty much just kind of go from there, see what we got going on. I'm missing one tube for the oiling system here that I got to hunt down, so we won't be putting the oil pan on today. But I hope to get this engine pretty much buttoned up to that point, get the valves racked and everything in. Heads over here almost clean, just kind of doing a final soaking inside of the injector cups there. We're just making sure that's all nice and cleaned out. So stick around and we'll see how far we get. So I've got the pistons here, rods. I'm just polishing up. See before and after. Again with the 5000 grit. Just cleaning them up. Alright, Bob's over here polishing up the end caps. Are these done already?
No.
No. No. Before and after. I have got pistons over here. One ring on. And ready to set next set of rings on. These are pretty simple motors. Pretty simple things if you get those mixed up. Up one. Up two. So on and so forth. So I'll set you here and we'll put a set of rings on. Alright, figure I put a set of rings on here. If you guys watching, bring you along for the process. There's the spring for the oil ring. Here is the oil ring. Number 4. Got the pistons all cleaned up. Took the wrist pins out. Got some engine assembly lube in there. So it's ready to go. Seen Bob over there cleaning up the end caps. So once we're done here, we'll be slapping these back in the block, obviously. See what it did was, try not to do that. Got my spring on the outside there. Now I just push it together and make sure that it spins freely, which it does. That one's good to go. Ring number 3, which is actually ring number 2. Process of how I'm putting them on anyway. Good example. Right there, I got something hindering it. Some dirt in there, or what exactly? Whatever it was, it's gone now. Rinse and repeat. Now this engine, staggered 180 degrees starting at the wrist pin. Each one lined up with the piston pin. So that's pretty simple. And obviously we'll have to make sure that these haven't moved when we go to install them into the block, but get them in their starting position to begin with. There we go. Bring you back when we're going into the block with them. Alright, so we got all the bearing shells in these. Got these oiled up, cylinders oiled up. Bearing shells are all in. We just got to put engine lube on them, and then we're gonna drop them down in there. Got the tripod there, and look, a light. That's for you, Frank. Oh, look at that, and it burned out. That's funny. Well, I tried. I really tried. Okay, so we've got 1 and 6 installed. Got the bearing caps torqued down and we spun it around. So now that 3 and 4 are straight down, and we're going to drop those in. Start by making sure that these ring gaps are right. After all the messing around, they are not. We said before, 180 degrees from themselves, lined up with the wrist pins. Got my good old Farm and Fleet special ring compressor here. Nothing fancy, but it definitely does the job. Once I get this in, we're going to do the other one obviously, and then I'll bring you down with Bob and show you the proper way of torquing down your bearings down there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're going to show them how to do it right. Act like you know something, Bob.
Who said I know how to do this? Shit.
Somebody told me.
No.
I've seen him do it. Oh, this thing hates me sometimes. Or it just likes to pick on me, one or the two.
Right.
Nope. Never gonna be right again. Look at that sucker. You know, of course, the two we could do off camera actually went pretty smooth. This one here, there we go.
Let me have it.
You got it. You want me to push it all? You got it? All right. So, rinse and repeat. Put number 3 in. Like I said, I'll bring you down under with Bob. Something else I wanted to point out quick, just like in the crank situation, the numbers on these always go towards the cam side. Same as the bearings underneath, or the bearing caps. Always towards the cam side. This engine's kind of dummy proof. Alright, got you down under with Bob. See, he just dropped his one feeler gauge out. basically you get your feeler gauges up in there, whatever your book says the clearance is. This was 5 to 10 thousandths it said in there.
Yeah.
So
it's half on each side.
Yep, try to get that centered on each side. Feeler gauge is in there as you torque it down. This is 80 to 85 foot-pounds on these, but kind of do that intermittently. And they're so thin, so they're fun to play with. So you need that to get right up in there between inside of the bearings. That way you know everything is lined up correctly. But I think you guys get the point.
Yeah, it sucks.
Right. That good point.
But if you don't do it,
yep,
it's no good.
One thing we're working underneath the engine. So I'll bring you out here, show you the engine stand. It's not exactly meant to have a big 6-cylinder hanging from it. Once we got the crank in and got it spun around, we went ahead and put the cherry picker out here to help hold it up. But we're not planning on spinning this again, so that's why we're working underneath. Makes it a little bit of pain in the butt, but this is the equipment that I have, so do with what you got. We're gonna get all of them installed to bring you back and show you everything together. Go ahead, spinning it over. Ooh. Ooh, little bit, yep. Can't see in there very well, but that way 2 and 5 are straight down. Don't booger up the crank when we're going down with the rods there. No funny noises, no resistance. It's all nice and smooth, just the way we want it. That makes me happy. The hard part's done. Now it's just head and accessories. Got our top dead center number 1. Timing marks lined up there, top dead number 1. All right, that is where it will stay until we're racking the valves. So I came up and I raided my parts department up here, and I got the accessories that I need, pretty much all of them. Have a problem though that's going to push us back a little bit on this project. That engine was 2 head bolts short, which was the long ones. They look just like these, except these are I believe for a 301. I don't think they're the right ones. I'm taking them down there just in case, but I'm almost positive they aren't right. I had an extra set of head bolts for a 426, and I got that bag out and only the short ones were in it. I have no idea what I did with them, but I'm gonna look around some more, and if I can't find them, I'm gonna have to order 2 more, or see if I can find 2 more. The 426 isn't something that you find at the salvage yard that often, so yeah, this might put us back a few days. We will see. I'll keep you notified. All right, we are back in business. These are the right ones. Somehow I had got them in the box with the 301 bolts. Whatever. Point is, I got them. So they need to be cleaned up on the wire wheel yet over here. Bob's over here hard at work on the valve train. cleaning that up. Some rust there where the springs sit, but who cares about that? Everywhere where all of the rockers sit and roll is really nice, and we're able to get air to come through the oil passages and everything. Yep, yes sir. So that's that. He's getting that all cleaned up. I'm gonna get these cleaned up, and then I think we're ready to put the head on. I'm gonna clean the head up a little bit, and there we go. All right. All right, so in part one of this build, I showed you guys using this, taking the valve keepers out. I wanted to show you guys how it works putting them back in. You see this push-ups inside it there. So if you look, the valve goes up inside, and then that's flat with your ridge on that valve. Okay. That goes on. You notice I've done 4 of these and my hands aren't full of grease. Probably look a little bit dirty because I've been working on stuff all day here, but anyway. So once we put the valve keepers in there, take that tool, and I got the camera right in the way to make it easy, but down to that point. Of course, let me move you a little bit so that I can actually get leverage on my tool to make it work right. There we go. Now you can watch. All right. So basically, valve keepers are there, hanging out. There it is. Kind of made that look like a lot harder than it actually is. You know, because I'm trying to do it on camera and make it look nice. So of course, you know, it doesn't go as smooth as what I want it to, you know. Why would it? There. That's how it's supposed to work, and how it usually does work. But I'm gonna continue along, get these done, and move on to the next step.
Hold on a second. Okay. What?
Yeah, I'm not doing anything.
I'm there.
You're there?
Yep.
I'm there as well. Simple enough? All right, we got the head on there. We're not going to make it as far as I thought I was going to in this video, mainly because we decided to paint the. So as you see, we got it all prepped up. We didn't get perfect, but we got the stuff that was coming off easy, and it's a lot better of a paint job than I've ever done so far. So we're about to paint it up. I'll show you what it looks like when we're done.
Paint purple or pink? Purple or pink?
Both.
Both. Cool.
Hot pink.
Hot pink.
Yeah. Okay, primer coat. Pretty much like 3 really light coats that we put on it. It's been about 15 minutes here. It's almost dry but still tacky. So we're going to wait another about 5 minutes and we're going to start painting it. That's all we're using. Krylon, I've used it a couple other times. It turns out it looks pretty nice. Pretty darn nice. So
It's actually better than Rust-Oleum.
yeah, I like the AC orange. I think it matches a little bit better than the Rust-Oleum personally. And then it's got these fancy tips on it. They work so much better.
Yeah.
Easier to push, your finger doesn't feel like it's falling off, all that. So, bring you right back. There it is. It's still wet. That is one sexy engine though right there. Yes, I said sexy. That Krylon paint, I don't know what it is about it, but it is nice. Okay, as I said, we did not make it as far as I wanted to in this video. Sorry for the wind out here. We won't be in it long. Talk about next video. This is the chassis that I got. Obviously. Jesus, point out the obvious, why don't I? Alright, these are Oliver hubs. Came off of an 88. It actually came off of the not so super 88 that we pull against. Well, he pulls in the antique class now, but them are so that I can get 9-bolt pressed steel onto this tractor. A couple of slight modifications, and I will bring you along for that on the next one. So we'll be getting tires on this, be getting it moved, and we'll be getting this chassis inside, and we will be starting the mock-up process, I hope. Now, I need to take this plate off of the transmission and look inside of there, see what kind of surgery I need to do. Hopefully I don't need to do anything and just clean it up and call it good. If I do need to repair it, you guys are wondering if I know what I'm doing with transmissions. The short answer is yes. I've been through a 190 transmission before, and the hardest part is keeping your gears straight. And if you get them mixed up, you got to count all your teeth. That's just a little annoying, more than hard, but major surgery on this thing. It's gonna go on a weight loss plan. Like lift arms and stuff don't need to be there. None of this, a lot of this stuff doesn't need to be here. Rails will be getting extended. All of this stuff's getting extended. We got our work cut out for us. Good thing about this is the fuel tank is actually clean inside of there. As crappy as that looks, there's hardly any rust in that fuel tank, so that's nice. Yeah, so I'm gonna bring you inside, do one little wrap up, show you one more thing on this video, and we'll call it a video. Alright, my exhaust manifold has been sandblasted and brake cleaned off. I want you guys to see what it looks like when I get done with it here. Alright, there it is. So what I use for that, right there, this is aluminum color. I don't know what it is about the aluminum color on the manifolds. I just think it looks badass. There it is. Imagine that up on the motor. All pretty up there. Oh yeah. Alright everybody, this is where we're going to end this one. We didn't make it as far as I wanted to with the paint job and all, but I'm happy with how it turned out and how it's turning out. Next video, I'm not going to bring you along for painting up the accessories, but like the intake's getting painted black, this getting painted black. We still got to paint the oil pan. Monday, the tube for the oil system should be here, so we'll be able to pretty much slap this thing together. So hopefully next time you see this engine, it'll be all buttoned up and ready to go into the chassis. And part 3 will be more about getting the chassis ready and getting the engine kind of ready to mount into it. So hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, consider giving a thumbs up. It really helps get the videos out there. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you'd like to follow this project and other projects that we got going on like this. Other than that, I'd like to thank everybody for watching. I hope to catch you on the next one.